Okay, so this shirt is burgundy and has all kinds of like little, I guess, spots why somebody would get rid of it. There are tons of blank t-shirts in the landfill. This one is only 35% cotton, so we're going to experiment. We're going to tape this one up. Now, when I'm doing this tape like this, sometimes go ahead and rip a bunch of little pieces off and put them to the side so it doesn't take me as, I'm an assembly line person, so it doesn't take me as long. And since it's coming up on Valentine's Day, and none of us have lovers, I'm just kidding, we are going to do a Valentine's Day shirt. Let's see, a heart, let's try a heart. Don't get it all sappy on me. I don't want to hear about your past romances. Life is temporary, and nothing is permanent, so no relationship is permanent. My mom was 16, my dad was 18, married their whole life, and then one day he dies, so pretty depressing. Although it's really a good example of how you're supposed to be. I'm not sure if any of us really listened. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put little, these are like dots or whatever you want to, you know, just a little pattern around the heart. You can do whatever you want, okay? You're creative, and you're going to do a really cool shirt. And you don't have to make a Valentine shirt for, your lover or whatever, whoever it is. You can make a Valentine shirt for your daughter or granddaughter, grandbaby, whatever. I mean, I'm not saying it has to be a girl. You can make it for anybody you want. Your boyfriend, your friend. I have friends, you know. Okay, so here we are. We're making this pattern, and we're going to write something in the center, too. I am. Okay, now I'm going to take a smaller piece of tape. And really, this taping thing does not take that long. What takes long is getting the tape started on the roll. And this tape, I want to tell you about this tape. I ordered it pretty cheap online. And then this is a great way to do a protest shirt. Just do it yourself. First of all, you can write whatever you want, and they can't stop you. This is about me, right? Me, 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 me. Friendship is way better than relationships. That's what I think. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear a bunch of this stuff off like this. And I'm just trying to show you an example of how you can crop it. After I bleach this, and then I'm like, okay, it's bleached, it's dried. Then you can take the tape off. You can go back in and retape it and add some colors, some paint. So even if this shirt, this 35% cotton shirt does not bleach well, we've got something to work with. And that's the best shirts are layers, okay? They are layers. Shirts are not just one well, actually some shirts will turn out really good, just one color. But I got my dog outside barking, trying to get back in. My cat killed a full-size rabbit today and brought it in the house. And of course, you know, I put it in the freezer so I can draw it later. Kind of creepy, but that's what I do. I put a red fox in the freezer one time, and I put a bobcat on the road, dead. It was really hard, but I got it in my trunk. I ended up burying it later, but I drew it for a while. Okay, so here's me. This is my Valentine's Day, guys. Now, here's what I'm going to do. You got this, me. I could just spray that, and the little bleach would go everywhere. Or, see, that's not quite big enough. Here, I could either put something like that on the sides and block it off like that. I'm pretty close up there because Otherwise, it ends up on the design is on your belly. Done that a million times. Okay, I would say about like that. Maybe a little further up. Let's see. And that. Now, this isn't probably exactly square. You kind of got to guess. Tape it down. So I love doing art, guys. It's one of my favorite things to do. And just so you know, what I love more is when I love when people do art. I think it's so cool. Because a lot of people don't think they can do anything. They just feel so, I don't know, like not helpless, but you got to go back to when you were a kid, and you need to remember what it felt like just to pick up a crayon and draw. Kids are so creative, it doesn't really bother them if all they have is a crayon. It's okay to do some experiments. You can't say, oh, that didn't turn out or this didn't turn out, because that's what art's all about. In some ways, art is a little bit like science, a science experiment. And maybe that would help you do more art, because I think a lot of people think, oh, I'm not a real artist or whatever. You're human, you're creative, okay? God made everybody creative. I don't know if this will work or not. We'll see, won't we? It's bleaching the paper beside it, which is funny. Okay, we'll see. Now, I've got too much on this, and this bleach might slide under the tape before it dries. So I should have done it lighter, but that's how you know. That's how you experiment. And it stinks. So now what I'm going to do is spray it down with hydrogen peroxide. I got this off the internet, how to do this. So I used to not do this part. So I don't think it's bleaching. It don't look to me like it's bleaching at all. But we won't know until it's completely dry. Let's just say it doesn't bleach at all. What would I do? I would go ahead and leave this set up like this and paint it instead of using bleach. I wouldn't take all this work, all the tape off and start over. It did bleach a little. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but I'm going to take a piece of tape off here and show you what I'm talking about. So, I don't know if you can see it. Barely see where it bleached. So I'm going to leave that tape back on there. And I'm going to say that was a fail. It has to be at least 50-50. 100% cotton is the best to bleach. Since it's Valentine's Day, and I don't really want to ruin this shirt because, you know, that would be real depressing. Now, if you're one of those people that said, well, and you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, and you're just like, well, I'm not doing Valentine's Day. Well, good for you, but making a big mistake. I am going to paint this instead of relying on the bleach. Oops. See, some of the tape wants to come off, but let's see here. Let's see. And then we can always add to it later if we don't like it. And remember, this is an experimental shirt, right? And I love white because white just kind of gives it a little bit, and that white will sink in, and it won't really be that white. It'll be just enough to... What I'll do inside this heart here is put a little more white just to make it a little stronger, because, you know, it's all about me. Me. Now, I'm an impatient person when it comes to art. I do not take, as you can see, I don't like take my time, and I'm not, you know, really one of those people that do step by step. I just kind of wing it. So, I never can wait for this to dry to take the tape off. It drives me crazy. I want to see it. I want to see what it looks like. And so here we go. It's wet paint. Now, I got the trash can right by me, and if you lay this tape down somewhere, you're gonna get paint everywhere. And it's really hard to be careful when you get white paint on your hands. So, since we're doing a Valentine's shirt, let's talk about love. Love is the best thing in the whole entire universe. I don't know why, but a lot of people cannot, I mean, they relate love to relationships, like a man and a woman, or a woman and a woman, or a man and a man. And yeah, that's love, but it's like love floating everywhere. What are you talking about? In every situation, in families, in, you know, neighbors and animals, and I don't know why we always gotta act like we're paranoid, because love is a scary word. We don't want anybody to think we love them. We ought to just tell everybody we love them, and then we wouldn't have to worry about it. Me, me, me. See? I challenge you to make a Valentine shirt just about you. Okay, I'm going to challenge you to make a Valentine shirt for yourself this year. And say whatever. Whoever else could just go take a walk. And maybe they already did. It's okay. I'm sure they still love you. It's almost done. Not the neatest job. But as we said earlier, this is an experiment. It's a lot like love. It's just a giant experiment. It's depressing, actually. Woohoo! Okay, we're almost there. Almost there. And I probably won't even put my voice on here. I'll probably just speed it up so you can see. I do that all the time, just so you know. I'm talking away on the thing, and then I end up just putting fast forward, and you can't hear a word I say. So, I'm talking to myself. My dog and my cat's right here beside me, just so you know I'm not talking to myself. Just a simple one-color t-shirt. And this will not ever go in the landfill, because I'm going to give it to, oh yeah, you. I'm going to give it to you. What do you think? Me. For Valentine's Day. Me, 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 me. Now, this shirt is kind of like, you know, it's got some spots. I didn't really, that's probably, I don't know, bleach or whatever. But guess what? I can wear this when I paint. And it's a reminder that I should love myself and take care of myself. There we go. Happy Valentine's Day, guys.